Hey everybody, this is Linda Bartolucci with Ink Stamp and Scrap, and we're going to get started in just a minute. Hey everybody, welcome back to a Tuesday workshop. Really appreciate you being here. It is 2 o'clock Eastern Time, and that is when we get together. Today we are going to work on some holiday tags. I'm going to give you my best tips and tricks for them. And we're also going to open my box that I just got from Stampin' Up, which contains not only some supplies that I needed, but also some new products that will not be available to you until January, but I am thrilled to give you some sneak peeks. So let me bring up the comments here just so I can say hello and make sure we're all caught up. Yep, looks like we are. All right. So if you are live on the video, please say hi. Let me know where you're from and what you're up to creating these days. And if you are on Team Replay, thank you very much for watching. Please leave a comment under the video and let me know what you're up to crafting these days. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down and we're going to get started. There we go. Oh, goodness. There's the whole shebang. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Not that far. Thought I was zoomed in before we started. All right, good enough. There we go. Much better. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Kathy. Nice to see you guys. All right, let's get this box open. Like I said, I did get some supplies, so I know there's things in here that are just basic cardstock and some ink refills and things like that. But there are also lots of new fun stuff. So the um, January to June mini catalog won't start being orderable until January. If you're a member of my team, you can order from it starting in December. And if you went to Onstage, which was like a demonstrator only virtual get together, you were able to order select items last week. And that's what I did. So let's see here. Oh, good. They put all the new stuff on top. That makes life easy. Okay, like I said, I was in desperate need of some re-inkers, so that's those. I am going to set these aside. Okay, and then we're going to get into this. Let's see. Here we have, okay, this is part of the suite that I got. So let me pull a bunch of this stuff out, and then we can kind of stack it up and go through it. Yep, all this is new stuff. This is new. That's new. That's a re-inker. This is new. New. Okay, this is a balancing act. Those are not. New. You can see the cover of the catalog. I can't show you anything inside it, but there's the cover of the catalog. I'll give you a better shot in a second. And you can see the cover of the celebration. All right. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm going to pull that away for a second. That's new too. Okay, let me slide this aside. There's the things we need for later. I'm going to stack this on top. All right, so here we go. So this is this is definitely not my entire wish list from the celebration and mini catalog because I got these products from registering for a demonstrator only event, and then um, there's a short list of what I could order from the mini catalog. So I was just so these are the things off the short list that I wanted. I will say that this mini catalog feels thicker than last year's. So, and I can tell you that I am super excited and still have many things on my wish list. So, if you are of the same style as me, you should be super excited for this upcoming catalog too. There are a lot of things in the upcoming celebration that I can't wait to get my hands on. And for those of you that love the idea of the papers in this, getting papers for free, there's a lot of paper in this particular one. If you're not familiar with Celebration, if you're new to my channel, Celebration is a Stampin' Up! Promotion that starts in January, goes to the end of February. And during that time, every $50 that you spend, you get to pick something free from this brochure. That's how it works. All right. Oh, Nancy, you made Thanksgiving cards. I love that. All right. So the first thing I'm going to show you is everything from the Sweet Conversations suite. Uh, the last suite being SUITE. So these are all products that coordinate together. And open up the paper. Also, for those of you that have been in my paper share before, I have all the numbers worked out and I am ready to start talking about it and sharing about it. And that will begin towards the end of next week. So this is beautiful paper that goes with the Sweet Conversations stamp set. It's just fighting me a little bit, kind of fanning it out here. So you have some very traditional colors, and then you have some not so traditional. But the thing about this particular pattern is, I know from looking at other demonstrators' presentations at our conference that this one is sized for the dies that go in the bundle. So you can actually cut these hearts out with the dies that are in the bundle. Okay, so there are all 6 patterns that come in this package of paper, and that's that side. And then these are the 6 that come on the other side. So lots of pinks and purples, but that's what you would expect to celebrate Valentine's Day. All right, and then Sweet Conversations definitely harkens back to elementary and middle school to me for with all the cute little the font, the distinctive kind of photo looking way that the candies are represented here, and then all the outlines. And you could definitely stamp just the outlines, or you can put a background with it. I love the X and O, and I do believe that there are dies that go with all of these too. In the suite is also this new faux linen ribbon. So the last time they called a ribbon faux linen, it was the early espresso ribbon in the annual catalog. So let's see if this is similar to that. So it looks like they taped the ribbon down, so it's hard to tell where the packaging begins and ends. I'm fraying the ribbon. It's just the end though. Never easy to get in here. Okay, there we go. Okay, got it. Garbage, put that away. Okay, so this is similar. I guess the early espresso was faux suede now that I think about it. So faux linen, it is see-through like I would expect linen to be. It definitely has the texture of linen. I think you can see that pretty well. Let me zoom in a little more. So you can see that it's see-through and it's got the pattern of linen. It's not that thick. It's going to tie really easy. It's going to loop. You can make a bow. Yeah, very easily. Straighten it out here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's really pretty. It's a perfect real red. It really looks nice. All right, so that ribbon gets an A. These are called Sweet Little Boxes, and they're basically um, candy boxes or whatever other sweets that you want to share with people. They already have the sticky strips on them for you to assemble the box, and everything is scored and ready to go. So you can fold this in and fold in your tabs here. Fold these. I'm not going to assemble it all the way, but I'm guessing it goes, let's see, these go on the inside, and then you tear the release paper off and glue it together like that. It's about the size of um, a package of chalk or a package of small package of crayons for common things. It definitely lots and lots of different candies will fit in here. You could slide a pack of M&Ms. You could put a box of Tic Tacs in here. I'm going to go up and down the aisle once they put that Valentine candy out and show you all sorts of things that you can put in here. You can also easily, I mean, it's coated on the inside, it's matte on the outside. You could definitely run this through your die cutting machine and be able to, make a window into whatever you're giving. I'm going to come back out now since you can. There we go. That's good. Just so you can see a little bit more. But I think these boxes are going to be lots and lots of fun, and you get 10 per package. I don't remember what the retail cost is, but when you get your catalog, you will see. And speaking of catalogs, if you are not sure if you would like me to be your demonstrator and you're not sure if you're getting a catalog or not, just consider whether you have placed an order with me in the last 6 months. If the answer to that is yes, you're good. If it is not, get in touch and I will make sure that you get a catalog. All right, I'm going to show you these, but not yet because I want to finish this suite off. Nope, 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 that's something else. Okay, these two are in the suite. So these are the iridescent rhinestones. You can definitely see them catching the light. They're more like faceted jewels. I wouldn't call, they're what Stampin' Up! Has called faceted jewels in the past, not rhinestone basic jewels. They do grade from size to large, medium, and small, but they're definitely more. Let's see if you can see here. They're definitely more faceted in nature. They've got a little more of a raise to them and they're faceted along the sides. So I think I would liken them more to the faceted gems that we've had in the past than the basic rhinestones, but that's the name they gave them. So we're going to go with it. All right, there is also a folder in this new suite, the Sweet Conversations suite. And the folder is a gingham folder, and it's really cool. I mean, look what it does. That's awesome. But the thing that I really loved is because it has, you can see, probably see better here, where it's dark, you could ink that up on the folder and then leave the rest whatever color cardstock you were running through, or you could put ink on the where you see the white, and then the rest of it would stay the color of the cardstock that you're using. So lots of options with this. It is not a 3D embossing folder, so it's easy to run through. It's not going to give you a super detailed impression, but it definitely is going to get the job done. So that is going to be a really fun folder to use. And I think that's it for that suite. Oh, no, here it is. That's what I was looking for. These are the dies that go with the Sweet Conversations. Ooh, that is serious adhesive on that envelope. All right. And I don't really need that anymore. Okay, so the dies include not only hearts that you can use with the stamp set, but also, so these will cut out the hearts from the stamp set. You got two separate ones and then actually three separate ones and two bundled ones. These are linked together, and then you've got a longer set linked together that are just a little bit larger. These ones are made to go with the paper that I showed you. And then you also have a tag, a flag, another banner, and a little note envelope that you can create. So super, super cool. I see Sue agreed with me that that box looked like a crayon box. Yes, it definitely did. All right, then the other bundle that I got some stuff from is the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. I was super excited to see the rainbows. I love doing stuff with rainbows, and it's been a while since we've had any. So we have all these stamps, which are really fun. Obviously, these layer inside these, so you can do lots of things with them. The greetings, the font is gorgeous. Sending you a rainbow of happiness, a little something to brighten your day. You make this world a better place, and you make me happy, and thank you. The thing about the sending a rainbow of happiness is because it's a photopolymer stamp. Let me just pull the thin layer off, not the solid window sheet, because yes, if I just relax and grab the stamp, it's like this. But if I put it on um, an acrylic block, I can straighten it out quite a ways. It'll go down just like this. So you could theoretically stamp this fairly straight on a card if you wanted to use this, this phrase not looking like it's part of a rainbow. So that's one thing that I thought was really cool. And then the dies are just take it to a whole nother level. So let me show you these. And in, oh, come near you. And in this die set, there are, yeah, there are 8 dies. So they really thought about not only die cutting rainbows, but using the negative space too. So you get this guy here, which is huge, that lets you die cut the rainbow, but you could also deboss, you could also have this, you could use this as negative space. It's half of a rainbow, so you can match them up. There's a lot of things you can do with this. You have as many clouds as you could stand. You have a double and 2 singles, one smaller than the other. Then you have this rainbow border. You have another rainbow border here, and then you have this mini rainbow right here. So I just feel like there's so much to do. And then with this tag, you even have a rainbow at the top. So lots of things that you can do with these rainbows, and these stamps fit inside these ones right here. So all super, super cool. All right, I'm very excited to be doing things with rainbows again, especially since we're headed into, January to June for this catalog. All right, and then let's see what else. I got, and of course it's not going to be handy for me, but I got a stamp set. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can put my hands on it. Mm, 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 mm. Nope. Darn it. Ba-da. Nope. Oh, yes. I knew I had it. I cleaned up my stamp room yesterday. So that's really awesome if you remember to put everything in the right place. But anyway, this stamp set came to me and it is from the January to June catalog and I love it. And there's some really cool things I'm going to show you with these sketch drawings that you can do, some fun techniques that we're going to play with and enjoy. And then I also got this one, Amazing Silhouettes. I'm sure you can think of 100 things you can do with this. I know I can just looking at these because they're just so pretty. And I love that this is completely white here. So it doesn't have to necessarily stay white. You could stamp this on like a green cardstock and that would just change it completely. You could just use Versamark ink with these, or you can use dye-based ink. Lots and lots of fun things to do. I also got these really fun classic matte dots. They come in white, vanilla, gray, and black. And they are not faceted, they're just rounded. So I really, really like all the ideas of things that we can do with those. These brushed brass butterflies were a gift for going to the event, the virtual event, and they are super cool. They're definitely, I mean, it's brass. It's shiny metallic, but it's adhesive on the back side. So super easy to use, super fun to use, easy to add some butterflies. I'm thinking, why not have some butterflies buzzing around your tree? There's lots of things you could do. And then last but not least, because you know how much, well, I'll explain why this is my last. You know how much I love a good embossing folder, and this beehive one is a 3D embossing folder. So it's going to give you amazing texture. It's a uniform kind of die with just a little bit of texturization, I guess, in the way it goes. You can see right there, it's just gonna give your card so much character. So I'm looking forward to using this. It's not perfect hexagons. That's what I really liked. They don't line up perfectly. They're not perfect. So that's where you get a lot of the shadowing and shading. I think you can, I don't know if you can see. Let's see. Let's move you in a little. Do you see how it doesn't line up perfectly? So the hexagons look like a little bit off. Like for instance, this one right here, you can kind of see a line inside that one. That's the way the front and the back are lining up. And I just know that that's gonna give you some texture. You need the butterflies, Kathy. Well, you need everything. I think you need more than just the butterflies. I'm just teasing. There is a new brochure that I can send you if joining Stampin' Up! And doing what I do is something that you're interested in. Please reach out and let me know. Happy to share what I do. And then this is the only item that I got out of the celebration catalog. Although there were a lot of things I wanted, it just worked out math-wise that this is the one that I got. So this is designer series paper, clearly made to go with the rainbows I just showed you, but it is in the celebration catalog, so it is free. There are 48 sheets in here. There are 6 different patterns, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of each. Sorry, there's 12 patterns. So you've got a bunch on this side, and then you have a bunch on this side. And clearly the back side is not as rainbowy as the front, although we do have sunburst there. So you don't necessarily have to mix and match with the rainbow stamp set. In fact, I don't think you have to do that at all. I think a great greeting set and rainbows from your paper would be super uplifting and a great thing to have. And I think I tossed the paper that this goes in. Hang on one sec. Oh, because it was that kind of paper. All right, I'm just gonna stack this because otherwise it's going to fall apart. All right. So I'm watching the comments. Beautiful ribbon. Looks like a crayon box. Don't see any questions. If anybody has any questions, or if you are Team Replay and you have any questions for me, leave a comment below. I can tell you that these products and more will make up the bulk of my Tuesday presentations during the month of December. I took a look at the calendar and we are going to be able to get together. It looked like every Tuesday in December. So I was pretty excited about that. Some things may change. Thank you. Hi, Becky. Some things may change once we get to January, but I think you're going to love the changes and I'm super excited about them. So let's get to making some tags. So what I did is the tailored tag die set. It is part of a bundle. I honestly don't remember the name of the stamp set that bundles with this because I just loved having the tag stand alone. I just think whoever created this die set was just knocked it out of the park. So I die cut several of the largest from each of these designs of tags. So you have this design and you have this design. The ultimate largest one is the one with the straight edges. So this is definitely the biggest of the dies. But then the other cool thing is that you have these little, I'm so sorry, these little fasteners that go, the round ones go with this style, and then the oval ones go with this style. And I also punched, die cut a bunch of those fasteners. And then I just have some other shapes here for us to play with and do fun things. So let's see here. All right, and then you'll notice that I also have tag size cardstock, and that's the first thing we're going to work with. So I'm just going to show you, like I said, just a few basic tips and tricks to go along with tags. So most of you should be well underway with your holiday cards. At least you know what you're doing. You're in somewhere in the process of your mass producing of your holiday cards, or maybe you're done. And if you are, pat yourself on the back for me because that's awesome and congratulations. It's a monkey off your back. Um, but now it's time to think about how else you can use your products during the holiday season. And a great way to do that is to look at these as just tinier cards that you can use up scraps of designer series paper or cardstock, a little bit of ribbon here and there, all that kind of stuff. So this is a 2x4 piece of cardstock, and I think that is just the perfect size. So it's a kind of a half of a card front, a little bit smaller than a half of a card front. And I just think it's the perfect size for a tag. Now, if you don't have a die or a tag topper punch that's going to create a unique top for you, what I recommend that you do is if you are somebody who has a really great eye where you can come in and just snip off a corner and then snip off the other one and make it balanced. I'm not even going to try because I'm not one of those people. But that's one way to make a tag. If you were like me, and if I just freehanded it, these two I would eventually meet because I'd keep chopping off and chopping off. Here's what you can do. You can take that piece that you just chopped off. Okay, Linda, there we go. And you can move it over to the other side and it becomes the template for you to make this work. So if you chop off enough, you have enough cardstock that you can just hold this, and then you're just going to cut your scissors right along that template. Now I have two triangles that are the same, which means I should have two edges that are the same. And look at that. There we go. I have a tag with a tag shape to it. Now, what did I mean by a tag topper punch? Hang on one sec. I meant a topper that looks like this. And this is made to cut 1, 1.5, and 2-inch tags. So I can slide this in here. Remember, this is 2 inches. So it's made to work with this. And you can see it goes all the way to the top. Punch it down. And then I have a cute little topper for my tag, and I have a circle there to slide some ribbon through. So that's another way to create your tags with some of the punches that we have. And we have other punches that will create kind of a banner bottom to your tags as well. So lots and lots of punches and dies that will work well, or you can use my little freehand trick. Now, what about decorating these? Certainly you can use designer series paper and you can just cut pieces of your designer series paper and decorate the top. The other thing that you could do is maybe you have some die cuts left over, like these cute pine cones and these leaves, and you can just add those to the bottom. I don't worry about stamping a to and a from on my tags. I'm much more concerned with, I'm looking for dimensionals here. I'm much more concerned with getting some images on my tags, and then, okay, we're going to use these. And then as far as the to and from goes, I can write those. So I'm just going to take some of my mini black dimensionals and put them on here. So you could have had some scrap white cardstock lying around, which I'm guessing most of you do. And then you can just stamp some sort of greenery, die cut it out. It doesn't have, this is from the All Christmas stamp set, but you could easily have done this from any sort of a greenery stamp set. And you can just decorate the bottom. I can put a few of these here. There we go. And then we're just going to add this right under there. And then we're going to finish it off with the oval fastener, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of glue. Oh, don't fight me. Hang on. Tiny bit of glue. Oh, thanks, Alice. Nice to see you. All right. Come on. I can feel it in there. Oh, goodness. All right. I am going to, I'm gonna have to squeeze it really hard to get it going, and I don't want to. Okay, what to do when your glue decides it doesn't want to work. And I can go get another, let's see. Oh, hello. I can definitely go get another bottle, but I'm going to see if I can get this one to go. Ah, there we go. Okay. So let me show you what happens when you finally break it. You get lots of glue. So let me just take care of that. All right, our glue is now working. So as I was saying, I'm going to take the fastener and I'm just going to lay it over. The fastener is cut from Massimero cardstock, and oh boy, that's like way too much. All right, we'll see how this goes. I'm looking for, aha, my glue dimensional. This is the dimensional I usually use. There we go. To just get glue on or off of small things. All right, so now we're going to lay this down here right over the hole. It lines up perfectly. I'm going to set it aside for a minute or two, and then you'll be able to, and then we can put some ribbon through it to finish this off. Like I said, I would stop right there. I would leave the two from off. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to put my cap on my glue before it decides to explode. All right. Then I also stamped a few of the holly and berries from the Whimsical die set. Whimsical Trees, that's it, from Whimsical Trees. And we're going to use, oh goodness, I got glue right there. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use markers to color it. So I'm going to have my holly berries are going to be cherry. And my leaves are going to be shaded spruce. So I'm using the brush end to create all of this. There we go. I could use pencils for this. I could use my blends. You have, you could even use our new pastel chalks. Lots of options. But there we go. There's some holly. And I think I'm going to actually do two of them. So I'm going to do the leaves here. And as this green dries, the black vein of the leaf will come back out, and the same for this leaf. The green just needs to dry on the Memento ink. So I stamped this in Memento Tuxedo Black. Could have stamped it in Stays on Black too. That would have worked fine. That'll work with the basic markers. If you want to use the blends, you'll want to stick with the Memento. The Stays on and the blends don't get along too well. All right, so I have two of these, and this time I'm going to use, no, I'm not, because that's not cherry. Let's use this guy. All right, it looks like he's just a little bit off here, so I'm just going to trim that down. Just take a tiny bit off just to finish it off. That looks a little better to the eye. And now let's put our dimensionals. Let's add our holly to this. What else can we do here? Because the holly's not going to be that exciting. Oh, I know what we could do. Let's marker up a stamp. So then we really have the shaded spruce and the cherry cobbler highlighting. I have a stamp right here that'll work. The Encircled with Love dies go great with the Encircled with Warmth stamp set. And one of the really pretty stamps from that is Joyful Season. So what I'm going to do is take my shaded spruce marker. That's going to be the greeting joyful season. It's also going to be the little sprigs along the sides. Get the S in season. And this sprig. And then for the berries, we'll come back in with that cherry, again using the brush tip, and just get the berries. There we go. Give it a little breath. I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stamp it kind of towards the middle. There we go. Oh, I love it. Love it. All right, and now we can add more holly to this. Down here. And I think the other one's going to go off just a little bit, and I like that. And then this one is going to go right, oops, backing still on there. Actually going to go the same way. That one's going to go right there. All right, now let's add some ribbon to these guys so you can see different ways to add ribbon to your tags. You could use the silver trim. I use a Christmas tree punch and ornament punch to create tags last year. Oh, I love that idea. I like starting with different shapes. Okay, this is why I told you guys, if you get this, store it in the bag it comes in, because this can happen. I have this piece, and for our purposes, I'm just going to trim this piece off and keep going, and then I'll deal with my knot of silver twine after we're done. All right, so I'm going to put this one through our, oops, I'm going to come this way. So I like to, I'm doing what I affectionately call the luggage tag tie. So I put the loop through from back to front, and then I put the ends through the loop and pull it. And there we go. And I could do that again with some ribbon or another medium. Maybe I could do a little bit of twine and do the exact same thing just to get a little more fluff on the top. So I'm going to fold it in half. And then I'm going to send it through, especially with this tag topper punch, because you get a pretty generous size hole. You can easily layer up your twines and your ribbons. Go. And, lost them. All right, so there we go. So we have a bunch hanging on there, and now we can mix and match. Move these. And then I'm not going to keep them quite as long. So I'm going to trim them off a little bit. And there we go. So there's one tag. Now let's finish this beautiful one off that we started earlier. I am going to give this a pop of color with my Real Red. This isn't the one I showed you before. This is one that's actually in the holiday catalog. This is the Real Red sheer, what do they call this? Sheer ribbon. That's what they're calling it. The Real Red sheer ribbon. So I've got my green in the mossy meadow, and now I'm just going to add some Real Red to it. Fold this in half because it's thicker ribbon and the hole's a little smaller than the last one. So I could do the luggage tag, but I could also, since I want to show you different things, we can take this all the way up, especially with wider ribbon, not so much with the twine or the metallic thread. Loop it through, and then before you pull it tight, adjust where you want that knot to go. So I want it to be a little bit lower. I can slide it down and then I can pull it and give myself a couple of little, and there we go. Another cute tag. Having trouble getting in, there we go, getting in the camera today. All right, so there we go. There's a couple of great tag ideas for you. And where, oh, there he is. And the last one I want to do is my cute little penguin. Where did, oh, here he is, the one that I cut. All right, so several of you commented on the tag that you got with your holiday catalog, which had a cute little penguin on it. And I just wanted to show you, remind you once again, because this is still available for a few more weeks. I don't know if it's going to be available when the holiday catalog is over, but the stamp set and the punch is still available. So we're just going to take our cute little penguin here, give him some feet. He needs a nose. I'm going to take just a corner of the pumpkin pie cardstock and make a nose for him, because of course I put the stamp set away. So here's 2 feet. Don't know about you. I haven't had a very crafty day today, but I have had a productive day today. I've got a bunch of holiday breads baked, and we have my husband's nephew and his wife and family here with us right now, but they're all out playing golf and getting their nails done. So here we are together. All right, I'm going to trim this with my regular scissors and see how this goes. Actually, I think I'm going to, let's see. Yep, I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. It's a little off. Let's try a little wider nose. Nope, I think I need to find that stamp set. So we're going to have a noseless penguin for this display, but he will have one when I post on my, when I finish off the projects on the website and load the PDF for you guys. So you will get to see these projects all finished and looking beautiful. Okay. One. All right. Hang on one sec. I have the stamp for this right here. And where's... All right. So the penguin stamp set came with some really cute phrases, and I like this one best for tags, but it's a little on the long side. So I think I'm going to stamp it all the way along here. Be cool, be chill, be merry. I would definitely give that to a teenager. And then we'll put our little guy here. There we go. And then for this one, I can show you how to add some designer series paper. So I'm going to grab some pumpkin pie. And if I was adding designer series paper to this, I would take my trimmer, and I'm going to grab it in just a second. I am going to measure here. These are 1-inch blocks. So 1 inch is going to take me just below that, which will be perfect. So I'm going to cut a 2-inch by 1-inch piece of designer series paper. going to risk getting into my glue again. I'm going to put glue along the top here. And then I'm going to put glue just a little bit along the bottom. I know it's going to hang over a little bit, but I'm okay with that because we're going to trim it away. I'll line this up on the tag. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it over, and with my paper scissors, I'm just going to trim this away. So even though I cut this from a full sheet of pumpkin pie, you could have had a little tiny bit laying around and made a cute little topper for your tag with that. Now, I can punch this and add a ribbon. I'm not going to bore you with that right now, but if I wanted to do that to finish it off, I could, or I can simply put to whomever, love Linda, and this could just be the tag the way it is. So your tags can be anything that you would like. I just think they're a great addition to any packaging, and it's a wonderful way to showcase your craft and use up your scraps. So I'm just going to tuck these here. Nose is gone. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the new products that we have, and um, also the tag tips that I gave you. I'm looking at the comments here. Um, Oh, somebody started late. Oh, Deborah, yeah, we did the unboxing at the top of the show, so you can definitely catch the unboxing on the replay. And I look forward to seeing all of you next week, next Tuesday, November 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. If you have any questions between now and then, be sure to get in touch.